Saturday weekend? That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Hello? I gotta try this bug some more, okay? I was actually thinking about streaming Factory for all of you Factory enjoyers, but I gotta try this bug. I have some thoughts, man. I have some thoughts. We got ourselves double impact from 2 A mods. We gotta try it. We gotta try it. Yo, what's up, John? Yeah, I just got on as you were getting off. But I hope you had a good stream. Streamed twice today. This guy, man, he might be addicted. Might be addicted. Alright, I'm not sure what we'll get up to exactly today. It might be less than an hour. I might go to Factory after, like, no time at all. But let's see. You got 300k of Petro? Nice. Holy, that's crazy. Congrats. You did it. Okay, let's see what Yamato looks like without anything. Let's see. What's this new bug? Basically, the thought is you're going to... what should I shoot at, by the way? What's a good target? The new bug is that your aiming systems upgrade module applies twice. No, I haven't tried the new flagship ops. 225 in mass today? Nice. Huge. Monty? Sure, sounds good. Good old punching bag. Yeah, that's one of the thoughts. Maybe the new Georgia at tier 10 is the reason for this bug. How long till Missouri gets tomahawks? A year? 2026? Year of the Tomahawk missile? What do you think? Maybe 2027. 2025 appears to be year of the gimmick. We ended 2024 off with a pretty strong gimmick, and we're starting very strong in 2025 here with some more. Vanilla ships, man. Vanilla ships. They still have yet to add New Jersey. True, true. What's up, Duke? All right. Is that a good aim point? Year of the gimmick since 2018? Nah. There's been some vanilla, more vanilla stuff. Yeah, 2024 was year of the funny button. I agree with that. That's a good descriptor. Oh, there it is. Citadel. Incredible. Another one. Okay. Gunners just had to warm up, apparently. Vanilla ship or line? Oh, another one. Yamato's kind of crazy. Big guns. Trying to think. What would have been the vanilla one? 3 overpens? How did that lower one overpen? Another sit. All right. How does the aiming double apply? So we need to look here. 276 meters at the very bottom there is the maximum shell battery dispersion. When we apply our aiming systems mod, you'll notice it has a little thing in brackets to show an extra buff in game. Very vertical on that one. I'm not sure how it double applies. Okay, am I aiming too low there? Is that why that one went low? That feels like I'm aiming waterline though, right? Maybe I am aiming too low. Let me look closer. That's off center, by the way. I don't know if I ever noticed that. This little... No, the numbers would say I'm aiming correctly. See how it's 1509? You want to be as low as you can while still having that consistent number. So not there. There. And this is without. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. All right, let's do some double click salvos just to see. And then we'll put the full thing on and see what the difference is. It's going to be super anecdotal, obviously, but... Yeah, this is without any mods. Yeah, 2.1 Sigma, guys. I'd probably be disappointed with that. But again, it's without the mod. Bungo spotter plane is not. Neither is Satsuma style dispersion buff. Because you charge that combat instruction up. But what is impacted is the combat instruction, not combat instruction, what do they call it then? Alternative fire modes. Those can be doubled up. All right, so now that we've seen that, we have 276 meters of main battery shell dispersion. and we go down to 256 with just regular aiming mod. 238. 276 to 238. It's
Hydra
pretty
Viper
big.
98 just resubscribed for 10 months.
Hydra Viper with the 10 months. How's it going? Welcome to the rare weekend boat stream. 276. All right. I'm going to be smart and actually write this down. All right, let's do both. $238.
FIFU just resubscribed for 6 months, half a year.
All right, there we go. Yo, Fofer with the 6 months, half a year already. Thank you. Very kind. Hope you're doing well. So, 238 is our number. Thanks for the subs, guys. Very kind. Did it say FIFU? Sorry, the bot doesn't know. 238, but now we're down to 206. That's the bug right there. In-game, it applies twice. And it seems to apply twice for each of your accuracy upgrades. Oh, it's so slow. $16.03. I was kind of right under there. I mean, that doesn't look amazing. Maybe there is a bug, but who cares when battleships are just a dice roll regardless? Oh, that's beautiful. That is just perfect. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Oh, there we go. Maybe that time it applied? Especially here. That's much better. It's pretty good. Maybe that's a different bug. That looks pretty good. It's a little bit wide still. How did only 3 hit there? Isn't Monty pretty big? It could just be the UI. It could just be the UI is wrong. It doesn't look that... It doesn't... I mean... It doesn't look that good, right? Holy, this is a slow mouse. Wow. Think it's a UI bug? It could be. What's up, Jukebox? Yeah, a little late today. Pretty rare to stream on weekends, too. Are we doing science? Kind of. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to mess around. Oh, yeah, we should do single fire, too. Wait, what? And the lag. What? Okay, now we're on the single fire copium yet again, guys. Look at this accuracy. What? We're on single fire copium again. Here we are. It's back, guys. Single fire everything. Okay, that's a little bit worse. Okay, it's a bit worse now. RNG, man. RNG. Yes. Yes. It's a very skill-based video game, as you can tell. There's a lot of skill involved in this game. Oh, there it is. Black ribbons. I'm so good. That's so funny, man. Very, very skill-based gameplay. That's World of Warships for ya. Okay. It's a little better. Got a citadel. Oh. That's pretty good. I mean, that feels a lot like old Yamato with like mod 2, right? Let's try some doubles now. Whoa, double set. Yeah, it's true. I should be happy with the single set. Maybe it's camera position too? Imagine. Oh yeah, this game is very tilting to play. And the problem is this impacts the other classes too, right? If you're a cruiser player and you're getting one shot by overmatch by these battleships with this level of dispersion, it feels awful, right? Feels awful. So it's bad for everyone. In my opinion, it's bad for everyone that battleships are so inaccurate and just so RNG dependent. Because it leaves everyone frustrated then. Obviously, if you made them more consistent, you'd have to... Wow, what was that salvo? Weird. A lot of hits, but no damage. You'd have to change overmatch a lot, obviously. But I've said that a lot. This aim bug is potentially just a UI bug, but we should have 238 meters of dispersion on our main guns here. But we have 206 in-game. The thought is accuracy upgrade modules are applying twice in-game. They're being doubled. So with Yamato, you have the regular accuracy upgrade slot 3, and you have legendary upgrade mod slot 6 for both. So stock Yamato has 276 meters dispersion. Those two upgrades bring it down to 238. In port, you see 238. And in game, you see 206 with a negative 32 as a modifier, which if you add those, right, gets 238. So the thought is that we're getting some kind of buff in game for some reason. Yeah, Jukebox, that poor G-Nan in the in-comp video, man, is crazy. That was pretty disappointing, Salvo. There's an actual bug. It's for sure a UI bug. Guaranteed UI bug. That looks good. Still only one? Seriously? Wow. All right, I'll go back to port to show you guys again. Maybe we can pick a different ship to try. So when you're in port, it shows up as 238. But we just saw in game that it shows up 206. Right? Game is so RNG heavy, can't tell if it's a visual bug or just a gameplay bug. Yeah, that's the thing. Right? That's the thing. That's why I can't... No, I don't know for sure. So I'm just messing around today. Just messing around, that's all. Watching some older videos seem to have a record of blowing G-Nans up at weird angles. I think so too. Does tend to explode. It might be easier to see on Petro. I'm not sure. The thing with Petro is you already have better dispersion to start with, right? So percentage-wise, it is a percentage change, but absolute terms, it's a smaller number difference, right? Oh yeah, Okendo had the crazy one. That's right. Let's try that. That one might be big enough to tell. So it also is a problem with these ships that have F keys. 20% dispersion. Columbo leg mod we could definitely try as well. Actually, this other stuff doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Does anything matter here? Not really, right? Is there a faster way to do this? I never used training rooms. Maybe I should have just remade it. That probably would have been faster, but we're almost here already. Yeah, I'll check the numbers before going in for sure. All right, what do we shoot at? Minotaur? Or is that too easy? $144. So 20% better on Okendo would mean take 80% of 144, right? 115.2. So it should be 115. We need something with big detect, right? With a Citadel. Whoa, where'd that go? Oh my goodness, the lag in training rooms, bro. What is going on? Maybe it's a mod. Hey, Mosfa. Let's do it. What's up, Potato? Bill Nye the Science Guy. We'll try stuff. We might play randoms yet, we'll see, but I'm kind of just more interested in this. 134. See, so it has applied. Even without F key, we had 144 in port. 144 in port. We have 134 now. So it's... The UI says we're getting 2. Now if I hit F key... F key should get us down to 115. But it gets us to 85. What's 80% of... Oh, where'd the calculator go? 115. 92. But it's going to 85. What? Maybe it applies all at once? No, we don't want to pop planes because that changes our firing range and that'll change our dispersion calculator too. All right, well, let's see what it does. Yep. I mean, that certainly appears to be 85. Still only 4 though. That's kind of surprising. All right, let me do one without, just to see. I mean, that's pretty accurate too. We still had the... Although we missed a lot more. Maybe I should be aiming higher. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm coping. I feel like when I aim high, though, I just get overpens anyway. So it's no better. If I don't aim for citadels, I'll never get them. Maybe there. Yeah, it's better. It's tough, though, man, because there's so much RNG in this game. Oh, okay. One single salvo. I'm never aiming low ever again. We got one good salvo where I aimed high. Wow. That's pretty accurate. The thing is... Is that... 115? Wait, what has 115? Maybe we could figure this out, guys. Maybe we can figure this out. What ship in this game has 115 meter dispersion at 17 kilometers? Oh, that's pretty far range. I don't know if I can do that. We need to find something where I can use... where I don't need to use an accuracy upgrade to get the same dispersion. Oh, Sigma, though. Ugh. And shell velocity. Ugh. It's so hard to tell, man. But if I could find... what could that possibly be? With... right, because if I can test this, where it's supposed to be at 115 in port, but it shows 85 here. If we can test a ship with 115 meter dispersion without any upgrades, just to see what 115 meter dispersion looks like, then we can maybe compare. Or something else. All right, let's try and find something. Let's try and find something. What do we try? Yeah, nothing's even close in that range, unfortunately. It's either too good or... I guess this gets down to... 85. So we could see what one of these DDs looks like. All right, well, let's try that. Because Elbing is 75. Elbing, Ragnar, Hoffman are all 75. Shell volume, that's a good point. But we can maybe shoot 2 turrets only. And that's without accuracy, so we don't take it. Right? Do I need range to get there? 18.6. I mean, that's pretty close. The problem is the shell velocity and everything is different. Right. I'm pretty sure stock means... stock versus upgrades means just your researchable modules. I could be wrong on that, though. Battlecruiser at 11 is 120. Yeah, we're just trying to find something that has similar range and dispersion at that range. So we get 6 shells here. I mean, it looks pretty good. All right. Elbing, man. Such a sick ship. I mean, this makes me think it's applying. Because 80 to 115, that's a pretty big increase. Although the shell volume is different. Hey, Kingfish, welcome here. Glad you enjoy the game. But no. Don't play with viewers. Just play by myself. Yo, what's up, Anvil? How's it going, man? You know, there's some outliers where it's less accurate, right? No, we haven't tested Condi yet either. What's up, Cheese? Am I having fun? Yeah, it's very fun to not play randoms. All right, let's go back. In my opinion, a good ship to use? Anything released recently? Something with a lot of gimmicks? I don't know. The best ship for you to use is the one you enjoy playing. It's a video game. The point is to have fun. Eight hours in the training room? I don't know if I can do that. I used to do this all the time, man, back in the day. Did a lot of testing back in the day to figure stuff out for COTS. It's one of the reasons we used Monty so much, by the way. We realized that at long range, Monty, on average, did more than a Conqueror to bow in cruisers with HE. So there wasn't much point in bringing Conqueror. Because the accuracy. There, what if we shoot 6 at a time? I mean, it looks pretty similar. It looks pretty similar, no? It looks pretty similar. I mean, maybe even a little more accurate, if anything. I think it's applying, guys. I think it's applying, which is terrifying. See, there's a bad salvo. That's fine. See, there, yeah, there we go. Now we're getting some bad ones. I think it's pretty similar, bro. Too low again, I guess. Might even be better than what Elbing showed. We're getting some that are not as good. We'll have to go back to Elbing. It's very nice, though. Leads me to believe that this 85 is legit. Could be the distance between turrets and Elbing. Hard to account for that. Very interesting, though. So the reason I'm doing this is the closest I can get to F-key Okendo dispersion without running a dispersion module upgrade. That's assuming these numbers in-game are actually applying to the ship, which I think they are. And the way the bug works is accuracy upgrade modules apply twice in battle. So it's actually much better than it shows in port. It's pretty similar, man. And then some of the F keys also seem to apply twice, kind of. The ones that don't apply twice are the ones you have to charge up. So Satsuma, Yushikov, those ones that give you better dispersion don't apply twice. It's only the ones that you can just activate as an F key. Alternate fire modes, I suppose you'd call them, instead of combat instructions. I mean, this looks... Not sure about outnumbered. It looks pretty similar to me, man. Yeah, Annapolis is just burst. Bungo plane does not. The dispersion module does for Bungo still, but the plane does not. Oh wait, that was a good song. Hold on. All right, we'll do that. Okay. So, the ones that don't apply seem to be the ones that you charge. So, if I add the supers... Oh, right. Maybe it's the super ships that got the change. Maybe the super ships are the problem? Because they did change the way these work. Right? Now it's about hitting an enemy ship with a main battery shell instead of splashing in the area. Joshua, the dispersion stats in-game are only showing you your dispersion at your maximum range. So I'm looking to match the maximum range as close as I can, and then the dispersion number as close as I can. And that was Elbing to Okendo F key. That's how it works. This is live server. This is live server, man. We get new ships without any testing getting buffed on release. We get bugs in our live server Insta on update as they're testing new insane gimmick ships. This is World of Warships, man. This is the game. So these don't apply twice, seemingly. It could be a visual glitch. That's the thing that I don't know. That's why I was testing Okendo versus Elbing. So what I was just looking at here was Okendo F key. Okendo F key in game was giving me like 85 meter dispersion when it should only be giving me 115 in the UI. So I looked for something that had around 17.6 range with similar dispersion without the aiming systems mod, because I wanted to see if that was actually applying. So 18.6 to have 80 meters, it's close. So to me, looking between Elbing and Okendo, that is pretty similar. Yeah, let's look at Condi. Condi. All right, so Condi has 156. 156 meter dispersion with mod. Right? So that's with this. And then F key gets us to 125. All right. So now when we go into game, we're going to notice that it has changed. Those numbers are not what we have. It's much better. Seemingly by the same percentage of our accuracy upgrade again. Oh, I should probably test outnumbered yet later. So in theory, like assuming this is actually applying, all of your ships are at least one accuracy upgrade module better than they should be. Or if you have two accuracy upgrades because of a leg mod, then there's that. And then if you have one of these burst fire things that give you dispersion, it's even better yet. It's insane. So notice we're now at 145. In port, we were at 156. We're supposed to have 156, and then we have a green minus 11, indicating we have some sort of dispersion buff applied to our ship. Just off spawn. That's the thing. Right. So if I go... If we take 93% of 156, we get down to 145. So effectively, that's a 7% dispersion buff applied to our ship in battle that we shouldn't have, right? That's what that 11 meters better is. So it seems like that's applying. It's hard to tell the difference between 11% though. So who knows, right? Who knows? So now, if I click F key, we said in port, F key should go down to 125 meters dispersion. In port, that's what it shows it goes down to. No, I was looking at Elbing at 18 kilometers. Joshua. I'm sure you're well-meaning, but I don't need that right now. Now we're at 93. We were supposed to be at 125. Yeah, Special American mod's 11%. So that should be applying twice too. It wasn't me that found this. This is something Flammy found. I'm just curious, that's all. The hard part is, how do you know if it's actually applying, right? That's the hard part. I think it is, though. The Okendo Elbing test has kind of swayed me. Has Condi always auto-fired its burst? Without you clicking again? Has it always done that? I don't play these ships. Each E-pen, 50. That seems to be normal. Right? It has always done that? Okay. Shows you how much I play these things. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that everything being more accurate isn't a bad thing. It's less RNG to be frustrated with. I completely agree. I just think Wargaming will disagree, right? I'm very sure Wargaming will disagree and try and fix this somehow. It's not their intention. And for me, my focus these days is obviously content, right? So I don't want to... The real problem here, too, is... We just got a bunch of buffs on old ships, some of those including dispersion buffs or sigma buffs like Repub, that I want to make videos on. So what if I make a video on a ship that got a dispersion buff and say, wow, look at how great it is now, but that's not because of the buff, it's because of a bug that they introduced, right? That's my concern right now, I guess. Condi burst fire is kind of nice. Maybe they'll never notice? Nah, they'll notice yet. I'm sure they will. Whistleblower? I haven't posted in feedback. Yeah, they don't seem to see it. Kind of interesting. I don't know. Which BBs are broken? Ones with good accuracy modules, Dort. That's the ones you want. Let's do Columbo. That's probably pretty funny. The theory is that you're getting double value out of your dispersion modules and your bursts. Some of the F key fires is getting you double value. So with Colombo, we have 6% here and 7% here. The theory here is that we're getting 12 off of this and 14 off of this. That's the theory. So if we look at Colombo here in port, with everything, we have 220. With regular accuracy mod and leg mod. I'll stick with Moskva's, sure. So in game, we should see 220 meters of dispersion, right? Yeah, played with Zhao. Yeah, like I made a Zhao video at the end of this week, and it's going up Monday, and I'm pretty happy with Zhao. I'm not happy with the meta that Zhao has to fight, but as far as a buff, it's awesome for Zhao. But is that just down to running leg mod and regular accuracy mod? So now I'm like double dipping on this bug, and that's part of why I'm so happy with Zhao, right? Like that's the worry. The worry is my videos that I'm gonna come out here with are all gonna be super inaccurate because of this. Now we're at 192. We should be at 220. All right, we should be at 220. And yeah, if we go and do, right? If we go and do 220 times 0.93, gives us 204, and then we multiply that by 0.94, gets us 192 exactly. So it's double dipping, right? We're getting exactly 7, another 7, and then another 6 on top of that. So the accuracy mod and the leg mod is applying twice in game. Because the 220 we started with already included accuracy and the legendary mod. So it's double dipped on the UI. So for sure the UI is double dipping. Right? There's no real denying that. The question is, does that apply to your ship? And that's more like, I don't know. There's so much RNG in this game. Who knows? Right? That's the thing. I can't tell for sure if it's actually applied to your ship or not. Yeah, I guess I get to make the same video twice. Like, it's pretty decent. So the test with Okendo, we can go back to Okendo Elbing again, just to go over that again. Maybe you guys have some ideas on whether or not that proves anything. What's the bug? The bug is that you get double what the accuracy upgrade should give. It applies twice in game. So Colombo in port has 220 meter dispersion. In game, it has 192. That's the thing. Like it looks like normal leg mod Colombo dispersion, which to say is very good, but still a little wonky at times, right? It's just too hard to tell. I tried with leg mod Yamato, because then you're double dipping leg mod and regular mod there too. And it still was like, you know, it would miss the ship entirely, even at these ranges, vertical dispersion still. So anecdotes are, it's difficult. It's difficult to know. No, I haven't played Belfast 43 yet either. There's a lot of them I haven't played. It's hard to know if this is actually applying. The Elbing Okendo thing does make me think it is, though. So we can go back to that. I can walk you guys through the thought process there. Maybe I missed something. It's pretty consistent. So, with Okendo, we get 144 meters in port. With our F key here, 20% dispersion, we get 115 in port. But in game, we get 85 with F key. Bungo Spotter doesn't apply. Any F key you have to charge up, like Satsuma, doesn't apply. Bungo Spotter doesn't apply. It seems to be regular aiming systems, legendary upgrades that give you better dispersion, and modified shells, alternate fire burst modes. So Kondi with its accuracy, Okendo with its accuracy seem to be the ones that apply. So remember 115. I'm not sure if Petro would be that good to tell, because it already would have pretty accurate dispersion at these ranges, you know? And Petro has that weird dispersion curve where it gets so much worse at like 12. I think what I want is just a massive difference between what it should be and what you see in game. Annapolis? Does Annapolis get any accuracy changes? I don't think it does. Isn't that just DPM? It's all about accuracy, right? So yeah, we get to 85, right? We get to 85. So stock, right? We were at 144 stock without our F key. In port. If we take another 7% off of 144, we get 134, right? So that's 7% of our dispersion module upgrade in the third slot appears to be giving us a further buff on top of that 144, right? And then what I don't understand is why does this one get me down to 85? Because 20% applied twice doesn't quite get me down to 85. So I'm not quite sure why that one seems to apply. So now here's the theory, okay? If we're getting double our dispersion upgrades and these non-charged F key dispersion upgrades are giving us some benefit as well. If this 85 meters is applying, we need to test against a ship that also has 85 meters of dispersion at maximum range and a similar maximum range. Because all this does is tell you what your maximum dispersion is at your maximum range. That's all it does. It doesn't tell you what it is on a Moskva that you're targeting here. All right, it doesn't change. All right, like if I unlock and go over here, it's still just 85. It doesn't change. So Elbing with range mod gets me to like 18 something range with 80 meters of dispersion. So that gets me close. So in that way, Okendo with F key should look similar to Elbing without accuracy upgrade. And range mod, but no accuracy upgrade. That's my theory. If this is applying in game. Because otherwise, our F key should give us 115. So let's look at some Okendo. Does it get to 85? Okay, I did it wrong then. Thought I took 80% of it twice.
Insane Trucker gifted General Dort a subscription.
I probably did it wrong.
Insane Trucker gifted a tier 1 sub to General Dort. They have given 89 gift subs in the channel.
Yo, thanks for the gift sub, Trucker. To Dort. How's it going, Dort? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I know you were here earlier. Just registered in my brain. I'm a little slow, apparently. So this should be Elbing dispersion if it's applying twice, because 85 to 115 is a pretty massive difference, right? And the reason I'm only firing 2 turrets is because Elbing only has 6 guns, right? I'm not trying to trick it with volume. We have 6 guns here. 6 guns here. Look at the dispersion, right? It's crazy. If anything... Yeah, no, I believe you guys. I believe you guys. I'm sure I did it wrong. So 85 meter dispersion. The difference between 85 and 115 is quite a lot. So let's remember this. I mean, this is kind of disgusting, actually. This might even be better yet than Elbing. But that's Okendo, 6 guns. With F key, double applying. Now, if we look at our Elbing, with range and no accuracy, we have 80 meters dispersion with a kilometer or so more range. So it's not quite perfect. Shells are different. It's not perfect, I know. But it's close. It's as close as I think we're going to get. It'd be great if they just kept this bug, honestly. I agree. I would love to have that more accurate, consistent guns, man. What's up, Dogman? 2025 has been awesome so far. Really, really good start to the year. Very happy. Hope it's been good for you guys as well. And we see in game here 80 meters still, because I don't have accuracy upgrade module. So then it's not applying in port and it's not applying again in game. So we do have, this is 80 meters for sure. There's no funny business. There's no potential bug here. This is just 80 meters. The problem is the gun layout. I understand. Looks pretty similar. So this, if my logic is sound, where Elbing 80 meter dispersion at 18.6 kilometers anecdotally looks similar to F key Okendo that has 85 meter dispersion at 17.5 kilometers. If that's a close enough comparison to start giving us the ability to look at the shells, then I'd say this is applying. I'd say this is applying. Bug will stay till next update. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they can fix it quickly or not. They're very afraid to touch the code. For exactly this reason, I bet. Being more accurate is a bad thing. Yes. I want to say no. I want to say no because I would love to play this game with more consistently accurate ships. But I think it is a bad thing. If we really think about it. Do we really want double accuracied 457 overmatch into our cruisers? Do we really want to deal with that? Now, I would actually say yes. Like, here's a bit of a weird take. I would actually prefer all these overmatch battleships have way tighter dispersion. Because then when I dodge, they won't have that random stray shell that hits me for a citadel. As a BB player, obviously I want better dispersion. But if we look at other classes, which we do have to do, right? Probably not a good thing. It's probably not a good thing. As frustrating and annoying as Overmatch is, Wargaming thinks it's fine in its current state, I guess. But that current state doesn't involve double accuracy mod on those Overmatch battleships, right? So it is a problem. As much as I want to say no, it's not a problem. It is a problem. All right, what do we play? Let's do some randoms. Maybe. Oh, you know what could be insane? Could Maine be nuts? This is the most... I think this is the most accurate 16-gun battleship. Okay, what do we have in port? Let's see. 303. Which reticle mod? It's called Smart Horizon. Oh yeah, we gotta look at outnumbered. That's a good point. We should do that first. 270. So what's 11% off 303? 98% of 303. Smart Horizon is what the mod is called. It's in Aslan's mod. Oh yeah, Mecklenburg, 16 guns. Good point. I don't count that ship because I don't like it. So it is 270. So we get 11% twice, guys.
Awaiting instructions. Confirmed penetration. Enemy cruiser sunk.
It's flat at least. It's not like the shells were holding hands, but it's flat.
Confirmed penetration. Enemy cruiser destroyed.
It appears to affect gameplay. I tested Okendo with F key versus range mod Elbing without accuracy mod. And it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar.
Target penetrated. Enemy cruiser sunk.
Yeah, Condi. So it's your dispersion module applying twice. It's legendary mods that give you better dispersion applying twice. It's
Cruiser sunk.
non-charged F keys that give you dispersion apply twice. And it all stacks on each other, right? So that's quite the bug.
Bullseye. We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
So the ones that benefit the most are the ones with that have the biggest dispersion buffs already. So any ships that have a separate leg mod from their dispersion upgrade that also gives dispersion, so like Colombo, Yamato, American battleships with their 11% applies twice as well.
Enemy severely damaged. We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
I think it's an actual issue. I think it's an actual problem. Yeah, Wisconsin would get the accuracy mod as well. Oh, we didn't dev strike him. Unlucky. How many we do in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think we'd go 6 out of 7 before. It is a Moskva though, so. All right, let's do. What should we test it on? Should we test? What should I test outnumbered on? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okendo again. Yeah, Monty gets better Sigma. But I wanted to try main just for the sheer salvo weight. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Puerto Rico. Junk tier Puerto Rico. What would I run? I actually don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Not going to play the ship anyway. So we get 231. Outnumbered works like Bongo Spotter. That would make sense. 231. So what is 10% off 231? $231. Oops. 208. Yeah, Colombo would have a double buff too right now. So we should have 208. Although, what are we at quick? 215. So what is 10% off 215?
Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Action stations.
10% off 215. $193. Okay, so it doesn't apply twice then. We do get accuracy mod applying twice. So I guess technically you'd have less of an... It has less impact because we get the double dispersion. So we're taking 10% of a smaller number because of the double dispersion. Yeah, it might be the patch to play Puerto Rico. Someone get Jonna on the stream again. Somebody tell John he's got to go live. This is his chance for Puerto Rico.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Get it done before they patch it out, brother.
Bullseye.
I mean, I don't play Puerto Rico at all, but I don't think Puerto Rico usually does this.
Bullseye.
Half. 6 out of 12 Citadels, man. Oh, good point, Calamity. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Very smart.
Target penetrated.
Only 3 that time. All right. All right, we got to go. All right, switching accounts. I hope they have them on our press accounts. Oh, I got to change that background. Yes, it's here. %40%. Imagine. Sure, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Iwaki Alpha. 60 meters. Okay, so without anything. 107. 99. 60. 60. All right, what does this go down to? Also, what do I add here against this one? Do these have weak citadels? Moskva again? Never seen this ship in your life? Yeah, it's because it's easily one of the rarest. $60 meters. Omaha? Could do Omaha. That's a good call. I still don't think we'll have enough pen. Maybe a Phoenix? That's similar, yeah? Yeah, the spotter plane dispersion doesn't help it. All right, what do we go down to? 33? I mean, that's got to be, right? Because we were at 60. We're supposed to be at 60. $33 meters dispersion, man, at 10 kilometers. Unfortunately, I only get 4 shells, but they should look like they stack. Schlieffen doesn't feel any different. Are you taking accuracy on your Schlieffen? Yeah, we could get even better with outnumbered on this then. Another 10%. That one doesn't double. I mean, it seems to be hitting pretty accurately. I would really hope that they consider buffing everyone's accuracy. Petro leg mod? We should check that. Yeah, John's got to get his Puerto Rico done. He got his Petro done. John's trying to do 300k in every tier 10 cruiser. Absolutely insane challenge. He's got a lot of them already, though. It's very impressive. Oh, whoops. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely applying, right? Yeah, Walkie Alpha, you wouldn't be able to test. I had to go to a press account. The thing is, it has 60s, which is still really good, right? To me, the more impactful one is still the Okendo. Okendo versus Elbing without accuracy. But that is fun. That is a funny one to test. So, Petro. 159. The thing is, Petro has a really weird dispersion curve. So we got to take off another 10 and another 7. Wow. I think it's just faster to remake the room, right? New bug is that the accuracy upgrade modules apply to your ship twice. Saturday stream, yeah. I wanted to take a look at this bug a bit more. I was thinking about it a bit today. So, the idea is we have 159 meters of dispersion, and that's with leg mod, and that's with normal aiming systems. So 7 and 10. So in game, we should see 159. But we won't. I can't do anything with Oregon. But Oregon is possibly a reason why this is happening. Could be Oregon, could be the change to the F keys on Satsuma and Yushikov. Not sure. So now that we're in game, should be 159. But it's 133. Yeah, I thought it was a UI bug too until I tested Okendo versus Elbing. And they looked very, very, very similar. And the only way it would look so similar is if Okendo is applying it. Vermont, yeah. The problem is we don't have much to compare to here. I think this is an intended feature, so we should... Nothing to see here. Everybody go home. Back it up. Yep. I would love for them to leave this in, for sure. Be awesome. I'd love to have more consistent dispersion, man. Petra has weird dispersion curve though, so it's so hard to know. The real test, here's the real test, okay? This is why Okendo v Elbing is so good. The real test is you need to try a ship with the bug against a ship that is not using aiming systems at all, and they both have very similar dispersion values at the similar range. That's the way to test it, right? That's the way to test it. And that's Okendo versus Elbing. Maybe a hidden test it could be. All right, I'll go back to my main account now. Was funny to see a walkie though, with 33-meter dispersion. Why does Oregon spawn with half HP? Because they're testing some real wacky stuff right now. Yeah, Yamato should be more accurate too. It didn't look like it, but... there was some very RNG salvos still. I can show you Oregon and Port though. It's got some crazy gimmick right now. Satsuma doesn't apply. Well, accuracy upgrade does, but it's F key. A charged F key does not apply. So there you go. Yo, what's up, Big Impulse? So you're basically getting insane AR and dispersion while you're low. But you start with half HP or whatever it is. And then you also have an F key for a burst, but you only get 13 kilometers of range. 13 and a half. It's really weird. And then you have special shells, which are faster and probably have better pen. I guess. What is this gimmick basket? Yeah. I don't know. So it could be this or this that's causing this aiming systems bug. It could be that they changed Satsuma and Ushikov F key. Could be that. I don't know. All right. Let me one last time, show you guys Okendo versus Elbing. So the idea here is that Okendo with the bug, sorry, without the bug, you have 144 meters of dispersion. With your F key, but still without the bug, you have 115 meters of dispersion. Very good. In game, it goes down to 85 meters of dispersion at maximum range. This is all at maximum range. So to tell if it's actually applying or not, we need to test against a different ship that without accuracy upgrade, because that's the reason we're getting this weird doubling. Something without accuracy upgrade that can get to around 17.5 kilometers with around 85 meter dispersion. And then compare the two. And if they're similar, then I do think this is actually impacted gameplay. So that's why I'm testing against Elbing, was the idea, which is this one. Elbing, if we take range but not accuracy, we have 80 meters of dispersion at 18.6. So it's a kilometer too far, but it's also 5 meters better dispersion. So you'd think Elbing should have tighter dispersion yet. And yet when we tested it, if anything, Okendo was more accurate. The problems here are different shells, different velocities, which do impact things. Obviously the range difference, the accuracy difference, DD versus cruiser. Elbing has a different turret layout. I was only shooting 6 guns at a time in Okendo to test, so we can do that again, just so you guys see it one last time. Have a good night, Scotsman. I'm going to be done soon, too. I'll just do this test one last time. And then I'll be done. So here we see normal gameplay. 80 meters of dispersion on Elbing at 18.6. Hello, Adam. Good morning. Oregon's not fun to fight against? Yeah. It's pretty rough. So Elbing's pretty accurate, as we know. No surprises there. But the difference of 85 to 115, that's the key here, right? We need to go from 85 meters if all of this doubling is applying, or it's 115 meters, in which case Okendo only shooting 6 guns at time should look very different to what we see with Elbing here, right? I'm not going to tape my monitor. I spent too much money on it. Maybe in post we could do some like add some markers or whatever. But that's Elbing dispersion. We know Elbing dispersion. It's a little worse because I'm not taking accuracy upgrade. But that's intentional because we don't want the doubling to happen here. That's the key. This needs to be so vanilla that the bug is not impacting it, right? Yeah, if you go into settings, you can change to a stock non-dynamic crosshair. But I prefer dynamic one. Just a preference thing. So if we go here, we have 144 meters of dispersion on Okendo. If we use our F key, we get 115. In game, it goes to 85. That's the real difference here. Is if this is applying, it should be at 85, and we should notice the shells are very similar to Elbing shells, because 80 versus 85 meters, 6 guns, it's pretty close. But 115 meters should look different from Elbing, I think. I think that's enough of a difference. I hope. It's so hard to know because this game is so random with its dice rolls on your salvos. So it's really, really hard to tell. Yeah, we could try and find one. We could try to find 115. I didn't see it though when looking at Ship Tool or whatever. Looking at all the cruisers, battleships, destroyers. At 18 kilometers, they all had more or much less. Unfortunately. And comparing to a standard cruiser or a standard battleship just with one aiming system doubling, it's really hard to tell because it's only like 10 or 20 meters difference versus what it should be. So to tell that difference is really hard, I think. But here we have such a massive change because of this F key 20% doubling. Helps us out a lot to see the difference, I think. So 134, we should have had 144, but now it's at 134. So our accuracy mod is on the UI doubling. And now we're at 85. And we saw in port, we were supposed to be at 115. It's max range, Scotsman. It's max range. I've said this, I know people probably just got here. There's something you got to know about this. All this does is tell you your horizontal dispersion at your maximum gun range. So that's why we don't want to pop planes, because if we pop a plane, that changes our maximum range, which will then change the number here. All it is max range horizontal dispersion. That's it. So it doesn't take into account that we're shooting at something 13.6. So 85 meters. If I shoot 2 of my turrets, it should look like an Elbing. Or perhaps better. This, to me, seems like it's applying. To me, this is enough to let me know this is an actual bug. Because 115 Okendo should be worse. Although that's a worse one, to be fair. Right, but if we're believing what the game says in port, and we think it's just a UI bug, I think this is too good dispersion to be 115. Right? This to me does look like Elbing. Ragnar. Perhaps even better. The thing we got to consider, though, is Sigma could be different. I didn't check the Sigma on this versus Elbing, so it's probably different. The shells are different, right? We got 203s here versus the 150s on Elbing. We have different shell velocities. We do have slightly different ranges. There's some considerations. Our turrets we're shooting 6 guns out of just our front turrets or just our back turrets. So the turrets are really close together, which can give us the illusion that they're tighter salvos compared to Elbing having 2 turrets in the back firing 2 guns and then 1 turret up front firing 2 guns. So there is issues with this. It's not clear, cut and dried that this is an actual bug. But to me, this is enough. To me, this is enough. No, I haven't played Prevention after the Dutch cruisers. I'm all airstriked out, my man. I played a lot of them. I gotta play some other stuff. So that's the bug. The bug is your aiming systems mod applies twice. And your F key also applies twice, as long as it's not a charged F key. So Satsuma charging accuracy F key does not work this way. It does not apply twice. Bungo spotter plane also does not apply twice. So that seems to be the bug. Very interesting. So the ships that benefit most are obviously the ones with a crazy F key. 20% twice is insane. Condi also. Ships like the American battleships with 11% in the 6th upgrade slot, you're now getting 22%, or 11% twice, more accurately. Ships with a legendary upgrade that gives them better accuracy on top of their normal accuracy upgrade. So we looked at Petro with its legendary upgrade. That one's really hard to tell, but the UI tells you that it's impacting it. And if we believe the UI is correct here based on Okendo, then the UI is probably right for other ships. Colombo, Yamato, things like that get the most benefit because you're double dipping on multiple or just really big accuracy buffs like the American battleships get. Very, 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 very interesting. No clue what Wargaming touched. No clue what Wargaming touched, man. Let's go back to Elbing. So crucially with Elbing, we're not running accuracy upgrade because that would get doubled. And the other reason we don't want to run it is we want as close to similar dispersion at a similar range as Okendo. And we can see there's no brackets, green number telling us we have improved dispersion. Esports ready, yeah. Very esports ready game. Yeah, your Ohio would be very accurate. It's a good time to play ships if you want increased accuracy. If you're someone like me. So here's Elbing again, right? We do have that problem of one of the turrets being out front, but Elbing, if we wait until the shells converge, it looks pretty similar, man. It looks pretty similar. Yeah, Monty would be sweet. Vermont would be sweet. Maine could be crazy. 16 guns with doubled American accuracy upgrade. So to me, this looks pretty similar to those Okendo salvos where we were firing 6 shells apiece. And I don't think it would look so close if that UI bug wasn't applying, where Okendo was just at its 115 meter dispersion. Just joined, what's happening? There's a bug in the game, and I believe it's actually applying in-game, where your accuracy upgrade modules and certain F keys, the ones you don't charge, are also applying twice for dispersion. So 7% dispersion upgrade, now it's 7% twice. Not quite 14, right? It would have to apply 2 times. It's different. 11% dispersion upgrade modules on the American battleships apply twice now. Legendary upgrades like Colombo, Petro, Yamato, both the accuracy upgrade and the legendary upgrade apply twice. Pretty interesting. We'll see if Wargaming fixes it or not. I'm of two minds. I'm of two minds about this. One side of me thinks they should leave it because I hate the inconsistencies in this game. It's so tilting. The other part of me says We probably don't need more accurate overmatch or sap. I don't want to play against that. But then again, maybe I do want to play against more accurate battleship overmatch. Because if I'm good and able to predict and dodge the incoming fire, then the more accurate it is, the less chance I get hit by the one random stray shell of bad dispersion, right? Could be coping on that, though. So here's the bug. Okendo in port. Just to do this one last time. I'm going to stop streaming after this game. Or this training room. This is the end. In port, Okendo has 144 meters of dispersion. But we get 134. That's our accuracy upgrade module applying a second time, giving us a further 10 meters, or 7% again. 20% from our non-charged F key. That's the key here. It's just an alternate fire. If you have to charge it up, combat instructions, that doesn't matter. Spotter plane, accuracy buffs don't matter either. I haven't tested that, but that's what other people have said. We should go down to 115. From 144, 20% off that goes to 115. But we're instead taking 20 off of 134. So a small difference there. But instead of 115, we go to 85. Which is 20% off 134 and then another 20% off that. Which results in pretty similar dispersion to Elbing. If we only fire 2 turrets, we're shooting 6 guns total, 6 shells total. Looks pretty close to Elbing, like we were just looking at. So that's why I think it's applying. 115 meters, like it should be, like port tells us, shouldn't be this close to Elbing. That should be far enough away that we can tell visually. It's hard to tell visually. That's why I'm so cautious about if this is actually applying or not. But I think this test, Okendo versus Elbing, is enough to convince me. I think this is enough to convince me. So, enjoy being rewarded more consistently for aiming properly. Enjoy, as a cruiser, getting smashed even harder by Overmatch if they aim properly. Enjoy, as a cruiser player, dodging more consistently if you avoid where they aimed. That is a benefit. Less of those random stray shells deviating from the bulk that then Overmatch citadels you. I would like to see this stay. I would love to have better accuracy. But it also would require us to take a hard look at Overmatch and change the way Overmatch works, because it just would not be fair. The other thing would be SAP. I think SAP would be way too strong like this. I already think Legendary Mod Columbo is too strong in its current state. It's just not fun to fight at all. But with this, a further 6 and 7% doubled because of its legendary upgrade? No. So there you go. There you go. That's the buff. And unfortunately, it means for me, I can't look at the buffed ships when it comes to their accuracy and make a reasonable judgment on whether or not it was a good buff. So I took a look at Zhao last week. I took a look at Sevastopol in my ship request, and I was a pretty big fan of it. This bug applied, so I was getting better dispersion on both of those. If I want to take a look at Repub and its 1.1 Sigma buff, let's say I have a good time with it. I've actually already recorded a bunch of games, and I had a good time with it. Is that because of the 0.1 Sigma buff? Or more likely, it's because my accuracy upgrade is applying twice. So unfortunately, it makes it a lot harder to make content on the game that's actually accurate. So that's a reason, for me, selfishly, I would say I would like this changed, is just I don't want to put out information that's incorrect on these new ships or buffed or nerfed ships. But pretty interesting. As for why this is in the game, possibly Oregon and its crazy accuracy plus better reload at low health gimmick. Maybe. Maybe it's the change to Satsuma and Yushikov F key. Because as we know, it doesn't affect their F key. But maybe they ran into a bug where when they changed the F key on Satsuma and Ushikov, the one you have to charge up, they ran into a bug in testing that and trying to make that change where it was doubling itself. And maybe they made a change to the charged F keys where to fix so that it doesn't double. And then inadvertently that caused all the other accuracy upgrades to double. Perhaps that's why. I don't know. Just pure speculation. But I believe in this bug. I believe this bug exists now. So. Kind of interesting. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. But interesting. So there you go. Bug. I don't know about figured out, but for me, I've decided that it applies in game. That's pretty cool. As you can see here, 144, just to double check, right? 144, 115, right? We were looking at 134 and 85, right? So I think that's enough to convince me. That's enough to convince me that it exists. I guess I'm gonna have to like add so many disclaimers in any video I make now. Or I just have to not make a video on Republic and just look at other ships. But no, every ship has an accuracy upgrade, and I would be crazy to not take accuracy upgrade on almost every ship in the game. There's some, obviously, that you may not want to, but... makes it hard to make content. I was so excited for this update, too. With all the buffs, ships. So many ships. Look at how many ships there are to take a look at with buffs. Look at how many ships got changed, man. I was so excited to do videos on these, man. Zao video. Repub video. I mean, there's a lot of fun ones in here. Very interesting stuff. And yeah, just to show you guys the Oregon. It's got these very weird experimental features. Yeah, I guess I could do accuracy, or I could do secondary builds. So you start on like half HP or less. Yeah, less than half HP. You start on 29,000 HP. And as you get down to 18k HP, at 18,525, you have a maximum buff of 15% reload and 27% dispersion. Pretty wild. And then you have an F key, which nerfs your range down to 13.5. But it does give you a burst. And you get what is essentially like gold ammo or something. Which is kind of insane too. So. Test ships, guys. Test ships. Enjoy fighting these. I'm sure you won't. Obviously, I haven't played it. I'm not allowed to say anything about gameplay or anything, but obviously I haven't played it, so. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. I think that's it, though. 2 hours of just hanging out, messing around in training battles. That was kind of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave for tonight. I will probably see you guys Monday. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend.